The NFL draft is only 2 days away, and I have to make a final mock draft to prove I'm not washed, and I can still make solid predictions. And yes, this draft isn't as highly rated as other drafts, but that's fine, because we will still get a lot of good players in this draft. People get things wrong with the draft. Maybe this is a great draft, and it's star-studded with a bunch of talented guys. Who knows? Only one way to find out is waiting for years. With that being said, let's get into the mock draft. Titans pick 1, and it's going to be the pick. It's been rumored he's literally glazing Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. Cam Ward is going to be a Tennessee Titan. Now, it just makes sense. Will Levis has not shown any improvement in his second year, and he's only a second-round pick, and Cam Ward's right there. Is Cam Ward an insane prospect? No, but, I mean, you're at the number 1 pick for a reason. Might as well take him. Cam Ward at 1. Number 2, the Browns are going to take Travis Hunter. I believe it was Ryan Clark who made this point, but he did say if you're not drafting Hunter to be playing both positions as in cornerback and wide receiver, why are you drafting him? It makes a very good point. But the Browns GM did come out and say that they're planning to use Travis Hunter at both positions if they draft him, which is a good thing and makes so much sense, and is a very big hint that they're probably going to draft him. So Travis Hunter is a Cleveland Brown. The Giants pick at 3, and they were rumored to get Shedeur Sanders for months now, and months, but no, it is looking not good. Now, could he still go to the Giants? Yes. But do I think he is? No. The Giants, honestly, should wait another year before they get a quarterback, because next year's probably a better class for quarterbacks. And this year, they can get Micah Parsons 2.0, aka Abdul Carter is an absolute stud. I don't know what Penn State is breeding these pass rushers, guys. Micah, then Chop Robinson, Abdul Carter, all great players. So they will get Abdul Carter. The Patriots pick at 4, and they would love to do a sexy wide receiver pick here. I know I would love them to do that, but I feel Mike Vrabel is going to rebuild the trenches of this team a little bit, and I think they're going to go with an O-lineman. That is Will Campbell, the top tackle in the draft. The Jaguars pick at pick 5, and they have a few needs to do. You got O-line, maybe another receiver, maybe a running back. I don't know. But what I think they will do is draft a defensive lineman. They have good pass rushers, as Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen are very good players, but they need a better run stop, and I think them getting Mason Graham from Michigan will help that out a lot. Pick 6. The Raiders. Are they going to do it? Are they going to pull the trigger on Shedeur Sanders? No, they won't. I think the Raiders are going to take Terriota McMillan, because their best receiver right now is Jacoby Myers, and Jacoby Myers is good. I like the guy, but he's not a number 1 receiver. So getting Terriota McMillan, and hopefully he can blossom into a number 1 receiver with Brock Bowers. And yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, because Gino's going to pass to somebody. Pick 7, the Jets are going to take, forgive me, Armand Membu, tackle. Tyron Smith has retired, so they need another person, and this guy could honestly replace them, but the Jets are so bad at developing O-linemen that he might just not be good, but hoping for the best, everybody. Pick 8. The Panthers have the pick. The Panthers are a team that was very hot late in the year, but again, they have issues, as all teams do. Now, their main issue here is they don't have very good pass rushers. They got Derek Brown as a very good defensive tackle, but it got hurt. Now they need a defensive end who can rush that passer and get the sacks. God damn it, who will it be? And I think they're going to get Mikael Williams out of Georgia to boost that defensive line and get some sacks for that team. Pick 9, the Saints. The Saints have been rumored to get Shedeur Sanders for the past week. Will they do it? Will they pull the trigger and get a new quarterback for the franchise? They will not get Shedeur Sanders and pass on him and get a cornerback instead in Will Johnson from Michigan. Yabba dabba doo. No Shedeur for you. And at pick 10, the Bears have a great pick as Ashton Jeanty falls right into their laps. They already have great receivers. They fixed a lot of stuff in the O-line, and having a great running back like Ashton Jeanty, great for that offense, and I think it's the pick to make. Pick 11, the Niners are going to take Kelvin Banks. Nothing too sexy here. They're just going to take this guy because their O-line struggled a lot last year, and Trent Williams is getting up there in age, and you need a replacement. So hopefully Kelvin Banks could make that replacement. Pick 12, the Dallas Cowboys. Who are the Dallas Cowboys going to take? Well, I'll be honest here. I think the D-line needs some more meat on it. You know, you got Micah there, and he's great. When Micah's not there, the D-line is falling. Ain't the greatest. You need some big boys on that line, guys who throw the hands around. You need some good, hard pass rushing guys, and I think Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M is a good pick because he could pair well with Micah Parsons, and hopefully other guys like Marshawn Yellen, who were drafted last year, can stay healthy, and they could all be good together. Ding. Pick 13, the Miami Dolphins are going to take Josh Simmons at tackle because Tua, for God's sakes, needs a tackle because Teron Armstead just retired. Yikes. The Colts at pick 14 are going to take Tyler Warren. The highly rated tight end is still available, and the Colts don't really have a tight end. I think their starting tight end was Mo Alley Cox. Mo Alley Cox, you guys. Tyler Warren is a Colt. Pick 15. The Atlanta Falcons need to address it, and they're going to, I hope to God, take a defensive end, edge rusher, whatever you want to say. And I think they're taking Mike Green out of Marshall. Mike Green, honestly, I know Marshall's not the greatest school, obviously, but his talent shows. It does matter if you go to a big school or not, but there's been really good players that come out of like not as big as schools as like, the Georgias, the Ohio State, Alabama, the et cetera. I like Mike Green. Pick 16. The Cardinals are also going to fall the same boat as the Falcons and get a pass rusher in Nick Scargan. Nick Scargan? Did I pronounce that wrong? I'm so sorry I pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry. Nick Scargan, pass rusher. The D-line. And pick 17. The Bengals are also going to pick the same thing as the last two teams and pick James Pierce. Now, they need more pass rushers. They need a better defensive line. They need a better secondary. They need a better everything. But I think starting at the defensive line is the best part to start. And James Pierce could be very good. Although, some character issues, may have a bad temper. Hopefully that doesn't go too bad. He's going to play in Cincinnati, so it's probably going to come out. But you know what? You never know. Maybe he fixes it, and maybe he's a great player on the Bengals. Pick 18. The Seattle Seahawks are going to take Jihad Walker. Why? Because you know damn well the Seattle Seahawks general manager loves taking him some linebackers in the first round, and I think Jihad Walker is a very good linebacker who's highly rated, so it just makes perfect sense in my opinion. Pick 19. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to take Jediah Barron, cornerback. Now, the Buccaneers defense was actually kind of underrated last year. They had Kalijah Kancey, Vita Vea, Monty David still kicking and playing good, and even like Antoine Winfield. They had a decent defense, but the cornerbacks on the team were probably the weakest part. And I think getting a cornerback here will make it better, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. The Broncos at pick 21 are going to take Omarion Hampton, running back. I think Sean Payton is going to damn well do it. I think he's going to pull a trigger on a running back in the first round, because why the hell not? Omarion Hampton is a great running back out of North Carolina, and I think he'll fit great with Sean Payton because he's very good at making running backs look very good. Look at guys like Mark Ingram, Reggie Bush, Alvin Kamara. They look good. We don't talk about Javonte Williams, so we can move on. Don't talk about him. At pick 22, the Pittsburgh Steelers are picking. And now it's an interesting scenario right here. Because at pick 22, I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers will have this player fall into their laps, and they will take him because it's so hard not to. At pick 22, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to take quarterback Shedeur Sanders, and he is going to be the future in Pittsburgh. That is crazy to think. If he falls to Pittsburgh and goes to Pittsburgh, that'd be honestly insane. That'd be the craziest shit ever. I think it would be awesome, though. At pick 23, the Chargers are going to take Colton Loveland, because for God's sakes, I know Will Dissly, guys, he's not bad. He's not a bad player whatsoever, but you could do better, and I think Colton Loveland is a very high-rated tight end, so why not just take him? He's a great weapon. He'll be great with Herbert. Packers at pick 24 against Matthew Golden, because they have to take a wide receiver in the first round. They got to stop taking these guys in the third and second round. They got to get Jordan Love a number one receiver, and they got to do it. If they're not trading for someone, they got to get the draft. So Matthew Golden is my pick for the Packers. Please do it. My goodness. Pick 25. The Vikings are going to take Malachi Starks, mainly because you could go D-line for the Vikings or linebacker, but honestly, their D-line's really good. Their linebacking core is pretty good, and their quarterbacks are pretty solid. And Malachi Starks is a highly rated player who's going to fall because he is a safety. So why not just take him right here? I mean, what's the harm in that? Pick 25. The Texans are going to take Derek Harmon, defensive lineman. Honestly, the run stop was very shaky. It was very weird last year. Sometimes it'd be great. Sometimes it'd be downright awful. Hopefully, Derek Harmon can fix that. Pick 26. The Los Angeles Rams are going to take quarterback Jackson Dart. Yes, I said it, Jackson Dart. Matt Stafford's got about a year or two left in him, so I don't think he's going to be there very much longer, and I think Sean McVay wants to get a head start on a quarterback, and I think he's going to take Jackson Dart, who is projected to be a first rounder somewhat, maybe a second rounder. So Jackson Dart is the Rams pick. Pick 27. The Ravens are going to take Donovan, forgive me, Ezeraku, I'm so sorry, Ezeraku, defensive end, just for, doesn't hurt. Odafe always got 1 year left, maybe he's gone. Calvin always getting up there in age, doesn't hurt to get defensive end first round, you know what I mean? Pick 29, the Detroit Lions are going to take Jalon Walker. Jalon Walker's a very good player. He can play both sides of the ball. He can play linebacker or defensive end. He's all around great, and obviously with the team injured to shit, they kind of need some more players on the front seven. So Jalon Walker is my pick. Pick 29. the Commanders are going to take Trey Amos. Not the highest rated cornerback, but their cornerback situation was bad last year, even with Marshawn Lattimore. So I think they need to try something, and Trey Amos could be that guy who could start for them and be great. Pick 30, I have the Bills taking Landon Jackson. Maybe a bit of a stretch, but I like Landon Jackson a lot, and the Bills seem to like him a lot as well. And I think he's a borderline first rounder, second round player, and I think the Bills, honestly, are going to reach and take him there, and I like it. Pick 31, the Chiefs are going to take Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Yes, there you have it. They're taking another wide receiver. Why? Because Mahomes is hurting his other ones, and the other one is very small and skinny and fast. So I think they're going to take another one here because just in case Rashee Rice, maybe he's not the same anymore. Who knows? You never know. The final pick of the draft, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to take Walter Nolan, defensive lineman. The Eagles love drafting O-lineman and D-lineman in the first round, and how can you blame them? They're the most important parts of a game, and I think they're going to get Walter Nolan to pair up with Jalen Carter after they lost Milton Williams. So I think that is the pick for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is the mock draft, everybody. Do you think this will happen? Do you think it won't happen? Are you going to make fun of me if it doesn't happen? Because you should. You really should make fun of me if it doesn't happen. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.